Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90-Day Fiancé David Toborowsky's first day as a monk. See clip. 90-Day Fiancé star David Toborowsky has been documenting his life in Thailand with his wife, Annie Suwon. David revealed that his wife plans to give birth to their first child in her home country. Many fans have commended his love for Thailand's culture. It even reached a point where David dedicated many months to becoming a monk. Keep reading to see his latest post featuring his first day as a monk. David and Annie have been back and forth from the US to Thailand over the past few months. David can't seem to let go of his wife's home country. The 90-Day Fiancé star was so impressed by Thailand's culture that he became a monk. Many were stunned by his decision, including his daughter Ashley. She said in an interview, "My dad can be a little vain, so the fact that he's ready to shave his head and eyebrows is a little shocking." Regardless, Annie was very supportive of her husband's decision. In an Instagram post, David Toborowsky shared a clip from his first day as a monk. According to the 90-Day Fiancé star, the first thing he did in the morning was ring the morning bell at 6 a.m. to let the villagers know that they would be coming around for morning alms. Many fans were impressed by David's decision, especially for shaving his head to prove his dedication. "So amazing, David, you made Annie and Thailand proud. This made my day. I laughed so hard when I saw this. You just look out of the ordinary with your monk attire, and you're smiling so big, and a lot of the monks don't smile that much. So hilarious. Amazing. Truly a great and wonderful, fulfilling time. I have seen it. You did great. You can be proud." Aside from his first day as a monk, David Toborowsky also took to Instagram to share a throwback photo with Annie during the BF90 launch party in NYC last September. According to the 90-Day Fiancé star, he couldn't believe that it's already mid-January and his wife will give birth to their first child in 8 weeks. He added, "March 14, I know people keep asking lol." David Toborowsky's first day as a monk, a journey of self-discovery. David Toborowsky, the beloved star of 90-Day Fiancé, has long been a figure of comedic charm and emotional vulnerability on television. Known for his roller coaster relationship with his wife, Annie Suwon, and his quirky personality, David has faced many challenges both in love and in life. But on this momentous day, he steps into a new and unexpected chapter of his life. What was once thought to be an ordinary day has transformed into a truly unforgettable experience for him. His first day as a monk. The scene begins with David, clad in a simple, unadorned robe, standing at the entrance of a peaceful monastery nestled in a tranquil, mountainous region. His expression is a mix of nervousness and curiosity. The camera follows him as he steps onto the sacred grounds, taking in the serenity that surrounds him. Gone are the days of late-night parties and the chaotic hustle of city life. In their place is an overwhelming sense of stillness, the kind of peace David never knew he needed. As the episode unfolds, David's transition into the monastic lifestyle is filled with humor, introspection, and moments of deep emotional reflection. Viewers who have followed his journey on 90-Day Fiancé may have been surprised to see him take such a drastic step. But this move represents a deeper search for meaning and self-actualization. David has always been an open book when it comes to his struggles, whether it's his complicated past, his weight loss journey, or his financial challenges. And now he is opening another chapter of his life, one in which he seeks spiritual fulfillment. A humbling first day. The first task of David's monastic day is one of humility, a traditional cleansing ceremony. The camera captures him kneeling before the monastery's abbot, a wise, elderly monk who imparts words of wisdom as David's hands are gently washed with holy water. It is a moment that conveys a sense of renewal and purification, physically and spiritually. David's facial expression is a mix of awe and slight awkwardness. He admits, "I've never been one for a lot of ritual, but there's something so calming about this. It's almost like my soul is taking a deep breath." For someone who spent much of his life navigating the ups and downs of romantic relationships, career struggles, and personal insecurities, the act of letting go and submitting to something larger than himself feels both foreign and liberating. The monk's teachings throughout the day focus on mindfulness, meditation, and the concept of detachment. David is introduced to a daily practice that encourages him to quiet his mind and remain present in the moment. The camera lingers on David's face as he attempts his first initial struggle. David's journey into stillness seems to spark something deeper within him. He begins to reflect on the choices he's made in his life, including his past relationships, his financial struggles, and his personal demons. It's a form of reckoning, and David is ready to face himself. A surprising moment of clarity. By midday, David is tasked with a quiet act of service, preparing a meal for the other monks. It's a moment that highlights the importance of selflessness in monastic life. As he chops vegetables and stirs a large pot of broth, David can't help but chuckle at the simplicity of it all. Back in the real world, I'd be worried about impressing people with the food I make. But here, it's about nourishment, not flash, he muses to the camera. This simple yet profound realization leads David to reflect on his personal life. I spent so much of my life trying to impress others, to show people I'm worthy of their attention. But now, I'm starting to think maybe it's not about them at all. Maybe it's about me, who I am, who I want to become. Later, David gathers with the other monks to share the meal. He's invited to offer a few words of gratitude, and for a moment, he seems genuinely moved. "I've always struggled with gratitude," he admits. "It's easy to get caught up in the negative stuff, but today, I'm feeling thankful. For the food, for this experience, for the opportunity to start fresh." David's vulnerability strikes a chord with the other monks, and it's clear that, despite his initial hesitation, he's beginning to embrace the path he's on. The communal spirit of the meal reinforces the idea that true peace comes not from external validation, but from connection, gratitude, and humility. The struggles of letting go. Of course, not everything goes smoothly on David's first day as a monk. As the sun sets and he settles into his small, sparse room for the night, the reality of monastic life starts to sink in. There are no luxuries, no comforts of home, no distractions from the outside world. The loneliness of the experience begins to weigh on him, and he confesses to the camera, "I'm used to having someone around, talking to me, telling me everything's going to be okay. Here, it's just me, and I don't know if I'm ready for this silence." It's a raw, honest moment that exposes David's vulnerability. As he lies on the hard floor, staring at the ceiling, he realizes just how much he has taken for granted in his life. His family, his relationship with Annie, and his desire for companionship have always been central to his identity. But in this new environment, surrounded by silence, he is forced to confront the parts of himself he's avoided for years. Still, the day ends on a note of hope. As David drifts off to sleep, the camera captures him gazing out at the moon rising over the mountains. It's a symbol of renewal, of cycles, and of the quiet promise that no matter how far we stray from our true selves, we can always return to the stillness. A new chapter. David's first day as a monk is not a dramatic transformation, but rather the beginning of a journey that is deeply personal and ongoing. It's a reminder that growth doesn't happen in a single moment, and that the search for inner peace is a lifelong pursuit. As viewers, we are given a rare glimpse into David's vulnerability, humor, and emotional depth. His journey into monastic life is not just a departure from his past. It's an exploration of who he is and who he can become. And while he may not have all the answers yet, one thing is certain. David Toborowsky is ready to take that first step toward understanding himself in a whole new way. At the end of the episode, the abbot offers David one final piece of advice. The path of a monk is not one of renunciation, but of embracing what is truly important: peace, love, and self-awareness. David nods thoughtfully, a faint smile appearing on his face. He's learned that the real journey is not about escaping his past, but about integrating his experiences, learning from them, and finding peace within. As the camera fades to black, we are left with a promise of more to come. A man on the path to self-discovery, taking each step with humility, humor, and a heart full of gratitude.